Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of CustomerGauge Live. Today we have a special episode. We have the founders of CustomerGauge in one room, ready to chat about their weeks. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Welcome, Adam and Camilla. How are you doing today?
Thank you. It's good to be here, and I'm doing great.
Yeah, me too. It's Thursday here. You must be gearing up for a long weekend, Ian, right? In the US, you've got
Indeed.
Labor Day coming up.
Labor Day weekend. The kids have the first day of school. It's been pretty hectic over here, but we're excited about the long weekend for sure.
Yeah, I bet you are. Anyway, it's good to see you. It's good to be with you today. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, so let's dive right in, guys. I mean, I'm sure we could chat all day here, but I think that you guys have both had some interesting things happen this week. So I think what we'll plan on doing today is just going through your weeks and maybe run us through kind of some interesting observations that you kind of come across in the last week. So let's dive right into it. Adam, you're first up. So the CEO no-show, relationship killer.
Yeah. Let me tell you about this. Actually, you were invited on that, Ian. So I know you were part of. That's why you put this down. Let me color this in because I think this is a really good example of like a B2B relationship that could possibly go wrong. So we use let's just say a new piece of technology in our business. I think you and I have been quite excited about this to put it in there, and we made some suggestions on the support for this. I like to get involved, this, and the suggestions were quite well received. I think this is really good feedback. And then I got a note from the CEO of this company, which I think is quite an awesome organization. So I've got to be honest, I was really excited. And it was a personal note. Dear Adam, thank you for giving your things. I would love to find more. Here's a 15-minute slot. Please choose it in my Calendly. So I did this. And it was, late, it was out of our normal time zone here. So I showed up. Ian, you were there as well.
Yeah.
No CEO. Product manager. And I'm like, well, where's the CEO? Oh, CEO couldn't make it. I'm like, didn't he think about saying he couldn't make it? The cost of an email to do this. And you know what happens? I've got to be honest, my ego kicks in. Like, I don't want to speak to an underling. Yeah. It's really my worst trait. I'm really bad. I'm really trying to fight this. You were on there as well, and then 2 minutes later, I'm really embarrassed about this. So I go, oh, I don't want to talk to you then because I'm too important to speak to an underling. Where's your CEO? To be honest, really the worst behavior. I really got to get better than this. But there's a serious point in this. I was asked for feedback, and then I felt like I wasn't valued on this, and it really it hit me here. It's like, that was one strike against me with that organization. And then I did get a note back from the CEO to say, oh, well, we got your feedback through the product manager. I still didn't feel better about it.
So. But also, did you not feel that maybe he didn't write that note? Maybe.
Yeah.
Because there's two personalities that you interact with. It's like, who is this version?
But I think it's like 15 minutes of the time to speak to a customer. It's like it's got to be valued. I would love that.
It made you into a detractor, didn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that was that. I hope it's not a relationship killer, but there you go. That's set the roof off.
It's a good reminder that every interaction matters, right? Whether it's good or bad, like they leave an impression, and that's something that is a great reminder for the B2B experience audience out there. So let's dive into topic number 2. Let's keep it rolling. Ongoing versus annual surveys. What's this about?
Oh, okay. Here's my favorite hobby horses. Surveys, like pets, are not just for Christmas. It is not something you do every year, like a Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. I believe you've got to do this all the way through the year so you keep your feedback muscle tight, whether it's transactions or relationship, doesn't matter. You just got to keep doing it. And this particular prospect, it wasn't a customer that came in, we were having a long discussion. Well, when we do our annual survey, and I'm like, passionate.
Good luck with
about that, it's not the 1990s anymore. We have the technology to do this 24/7 all the way around the year, and you got to keep that going in. So I thought that was quite something. So it's just a reminder, and I just wanted to make sure anyone who's listening here, don't do an annual survey. Do it all the year round.
Do you think that stems from like fear of over surveying? Like, why do you think that prospect was feeling like that was the right move?
I don't want there's a point. 2 points about this. where you can have a checkpoint at a certain time in the year. This was big in the TV business. They called it the rating sweeps weeks.
Yeah.
Normally in May and November. What happens in those weeks, Ian? You've been around. You're in the US. Special episodes, right?
Yeah.
I love TV. Or a cliffhanger, or a double episode. All the tricks that anyone can do to boost the Nielsen ratings.
Yeah.
All right. Happens in businesses as well. Anyway, but there's not a bad thing about having a checkpoint in time, because it does give you a kind of like a number. But I put it to you, it's much better to do this throughout the year, so you can take continual learnings from customers. And also one other thing, don't just survey people once a year, for goodness sake. If you've got an ongoing business relationship with somebody, check in with them twice a year, at least, maybe more often.
Yeah, maybe the trick is in that it's still perceived as a survey rather than just a regular check-in. And so there's a lot of tricks that you can do to steer away from the lengthy survey that nobody wants to fill in. I mean, you don't even want to fill it in once a year, so not more than that either.
I could really go off on that one, but that was that topic.
All right, let's go on to topic 3. So you were on a great show called CX Changemakers this week with Mark Mandel. Do you want to chat about that real quick?
Oh yeah, just to say, I had a good experience on that. Mark Mandel is certainly a character. He's been around the CX business for a long time, and he knows almost everyone in the business. So I was quite flattered and honoured to be asked to be on his show, which, by the way, he starts out by talking about baseball cards auction. That is his thing. I love that passion. I really do. He's really passionate and authentic about it, which partly what makes Mark so special and likable, actually. It was great to be asked, and he prodded my hot button, so it was quite an energetic episode. I think if you like to see 2 middle-aged men ranting, this is the place.
You're really selling it. So what was the key takeaway from that episode then?
It was actually really good. One of the things we got to talk about, he said, well, why are you different from Qualtrics and Medallia? And I think being British at my root, I don't normally brag too much about stuff, but he pulled some good things out about this, about why are we different. A hot take is that, well, we've got multiple contacts in B2B. We have a database that stores these things over time, and of course monetization, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. Those are the main takeaways. That was it.
Listen to the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, listen.
There it is. We'll drop a link in the live stream on YouTube and LinkedIn later. So, hey, Adam, sounds like you have a pretty good week. Pretty packed full.
Yeah, it's not even finished yet. More to come, I'm hoping, but that's good for now.
So I'm going to go to your co-founder here, Camilla. So you've also had an interesting week. So we have a lot of things going on at CGHQ. Let's dive into it. So what's the first on the list?
Yeah, so our awards season is opening. We do this once a year, and we've just actually asked our customers and users to contribute to this award season. I think historically we were always the ones that were looking at the data, sort of like doing this really ethical way of really seeing who scored best on what points. But this year we're opening up the floor to suggested nominations for self-nominated candidates, teams, or specific performances that our customers want to call out and celebrate. And that's actually really exciting. I'm curious what they come up with. We always get our best ideas from our customers and users anyway. So yeah, that's it. I think we have a link in the screen. So this is an invitation to nominate. Maybe even some non-CustomerGauge users could say, hey, could you look at this? Could this be an award? Really welcome. Yeah, so we have standard categories. Do I need to quickly list them? Is that useful?
Well, maybe just let's chat about quickly the maybe some of the team categories. I think I saw transformers in there. So these are a couple people or teams that have transformed their business through customer feedback. I think there's like an AI Innovator Award. What's that one about?
Yeah, so we've done. We've had these conversations with our customers about what they expect from AI, how they're using it. I think you also did this this sort of like, what was it, best practice benchmark report on it. And so this is really to see how far have they gotten. I think particularly because the experience space is so well suited to use the artificial brain to get to really complex analysis faster, or B, take out some of the really boring, repetitive work. And so that's what this award is trying to uncover. Who's done something really spectacular there that we can all learn from?
Hey, now that we're on the topic of AI, I mean, do you want to maybe chat about the AI journal that you've gone through? I think that this is a huge thing for CGs. So why don't you get into it?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's actually why I can't stop smiling. It's not because you guys are so funny, but it's the fact that we are about to launch something really spectacular, and I think it's got the whole team buzzing. So we've been on a bit of an AI journey for some time. We've been doing this for years, you know, starting in sort of like this text and then sentiment analysis corner. Yeah. And I think, to be honest, it was really hard for all of us to get excited about it because AI wasn't great for a very long time. And also it was misused. So you had a lot of companies that were going like, yeah, we do something in AI. And basically they just had a big center.
Word cloud.
Yeah, sort of like non-value add. And also a lot of it was still sort of like smithed or pieced together just by people in some call center somewhere obscure and remote. So it was just not impressive. And then I went on this trip and I met this, I think everybody should follow, Vivian Ming, self-proclaimed mad professor and scientist, who actually had a really interesting take on what AI can generate, and that it's effectively just a very useful tool. And also the ethical side of it, like what do you really want to do as a company with it? Are you using it just to, you know, slash headcount, or are you really doing it to empower people or bring something good to the world? And I think that was April last year, and up until now we've been on this journey, and I think everybody got excited around AI again. And I think in a long time we release new technology, you know this, you know, we have a release every other week, and we release really good stuff. That's not it, but it's like kind of like become a little bit normal. Whereas with this, I heard Trish Shala, VP of Product, say to me today, I got goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
And I just think that says it all to me. So I don't know if I can reveal too much. That's why I'm talking a little bit abstract here maybe, but long journey, really pivoted to very heavy AI focus since April last year. And we're about to release something huge.
So you mentioned Trish Shala has goosebumps. So the product team seems pretty excited.
Yeah, they're very, very pumped. Yeah. Yeah.
Not just the product team. I'm also super excited as a user. And
yeah, it's really going to transform the space that we play in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So let's maybe let's talk about it. So we obviously are prepping for something big here. We've had a lot of content hit the web around the September 9th date. I know we can't reveal too much, but do you want to maybe chat a little bit about what that means and how big it's going to be for the market?
Yeah. Well, I think I kind of like gave a little bit away already, because you see, once I get going, I can't stop on this topic. But we are going to launch and announce and share with the world our take on how AI can play a really significant role in the space of creating really great experiences for your customers. And I think this is sort of like somewhat of a distracted space, so it's very hard to stay focused. You know, it's a little bit the default setting of a survey. Once you go out and ask, why don't we just ask something in addition? And before you know it, you're actually abusing your customer base for research purposes that don't really benefit them. You think it will because it's going to get you some great strategic insight, but in the everyday of a customer, what really is a positive impact for them? And so I think that is where we are we've been quite tight in keeping the focus on what you're doing here. We're not doing research, we're really making experiences better for customers. And it's a very scripted approach that we have. We've got a playbook, we have a vision on it. It's really about establishing standards, not getting distracted by, you know, scores, metrics, all the focus on what you can influence and what you can really improve. And we are now making sure that there's an AI brain behind that to make you do that even faster, better. The quality of what we're going to be releasing, it blows us away.
I've been so impressed with your team. I was.
Yeah, it literally is like using everything that, you know, we know, like that. And sometimes we go like, that's better than I could have said it.
Can I share something that I used it for?
I don't know.
Let's get into it.
Am I allowed to give anything away?
No.
Okay. I just want to say that one of the things that did surprise me, without giving too much away, is the way that I've been able to use some of the AI technology to uncover hidden information. No, hidden patterns. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I on a whim, I said, okay, can I have a look at some of the non-obvious learning?
Yeah, I thought that was a great question.
I thought I would.
That was a great
question. I thought I would break the system. I thought it would just, you know, they have the equivalent of smoke coming out of it and doing this. Because I think that to some extent there is a certain magic about this. I was astonished to see the clarity of the answers that it gave. There's a cliff here in terms of response. You might not be aware of this driver that is hidden from, you know, and a few other things like that. And I've been doing this 20 years, and rather than doing, you know, a customer analysis, I was just blown away by the way that this could do this. So the impact of this goes, I think, beyond our wildest dreams, and that's why the product team is so excited about it. They really are. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that bombshell, we can't reveal too much, but we do have a bit of a teaser video that we can share. So let's dive into that real quickly. All right, so for just a quick reminder, if anybody wants to join up, September 9th is the date that we're going to reveal everything. You will not want to miss this. It is going to blow everyone's minds, change the market, change the industry. It's that big of a deal. We are not understating this whatsoever. Adam and Camilla, any last words before we take off?
We've got some things behind the scenes. We need to get ready for this big event, but yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, super excited. I really think this is one that you don't want to miss. And I think we are known for our thought leadership. So tune in and see if you power our thought leadership with a very fast brain, you want to see this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Adam and Camilla, co-founders of CustomerGauge, thank you so much for joining me on the stream today.
Thanks,
we will catch
Thanks
up
a lot.
next week, same time, same place.